What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Once again, we're coming to you post-race, this time from the Pacific Northwest at the most titty city national, at least as far as views go, up here at Washougal. And it was a great day of racing, and like we always do, we have no choice but to bring you for a track walk around this track post-race to see how gnarly it was, how deep the ruts were, how many potholes and curves there were out there, and yeah, just show you guys how brutal of a track they were dealing with out there. I feel like this was a really good Washougal. A lot of line choices. I feel like it was even rougher and more rutted than normal. So yeah, the track crew I think did a really good job. They nailed it. So yeah, we're gonna check it out. It's a massive track. It's huge. I'm gonna try to get around the whole thing for you, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. The legs are both cramping as we speak. But before we get into it, gotta thank the channel sponsors. They make all these videos possible. Then we'll get into the video. Huge thank you to ASV Inventions, home of the unbreakable lever and the new S1 series single pivot adjustable lever. Sirius Studio, they can take care of all your merch needs. The designlabco.com, they got some great designs in their lab at their co. On Track School, they got the best homeschooling programs on the east and the west of the Mississippi. They can help you chase your dreams while you get an education. And last but not least, Maynard Racing Performance. They can get you dialed in with some gold valves and get her nice and plush for you. Feel like you're riding on a cloud. I have links and discount codes and all that fun stuff in my video description. And if you guys are supporting them, you're supporting me. Thanks for watching and hope you enjoy. Wow, imagine lining up right here. You might as well just go put her in the truck and start driving home. Fast first corner through here. You hardly have to slow down. Might not even need the brakes, but luckily we saw everything was clean through here. High speed first turn casualties are not what anybody wants in the contract. And then into turn two, this was Melee Souffle today. The new Star Yamaha spec is to start a massive pile up in turn two. Gordon did it, Deegan did it. But yeah, we had some clean ones too. Then you rip out of here, and here comes a horsepower robber. We got the Trey Kennard Memorial Scrub Jump. Turn down for who, what? Actually, who for the hospital. And then Horsepower Hill, baby. She got it all chopped out. They added a couple of whoops to maybe slow it down and maybe add a little technical aspect to it, but get through the gears, get off the back, and just haul ass as fast as you can to the top. And I wasn't gonna walk to the top of this thing. I've already done it actually 5 times today, but I'm committed. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like all the way to the top through the chop. Yeah, this will reach up and bite you. It says Ryan Villapoto, wadding his shit. Washougal like 07 or 08 written all over it. Man, this thing was beat to the top. It started all fresh in Titty City, but not anymore. No, sir. They could probably step up to the top. Land, rough, rutted, everything in between. She's still got a little bit of tack to her above that base. Love to see it. This was a man's track. She was tricky, Ricky. At least it wasn't too sunny. We had some overcast. The shadows weren't too much of a factor this year. Marchbanks' shoulders laying somewhere up here. Through here, then you drop down over the Jeremy Hand Memorial step up. I've said memorial too many times. These guys are all still alive, but yeah, no fans allowed down here this year. At least they took some extra precautions. It's not very likely that dirt bikes end up in places like that, but it can happen, and they've made some revisions. Nice U-turn at the bottom. And she got brutal on the way out. And these suckers are jagged too. The bike's gonna do anything but be settled. Up to the top of this if you survive. Man, this was a good Washougal. There's lines everywhere. More lines than yeah, never mind. I've said it enough. Check this out. They're not even going inside of the track markers. They're going outside and around them. Banking off the hay bales, smacking them like whoop-pow. And you sweep through here. Dance all around, and then you drop down the elevator shaft. This thing's actually pretty cool. First time I dropped down it, almost gave me goosebumps, just like Horsepower Hill. It's just such an iconic obstacle, but got bumps all the way up to it. These guys were using those and doubling right down, getting onto the backside and charging down into the corner. And this S-turn is so much gnarlier than it gets credit for. Let's go check it out. In 2022, when I raced this corner, or these corners, had some of the deepest ruts I've ever ridden. Inside option, 2 that lead into 1, and then rail the berm around the outside, or around the outside, a couple more options. And this is the deepest, gnarliest part of it. If you take this inside out of the second one, 2 more ruts, and this thing leads so far gone. It's 600 or 900 feet till you get out of this. I might have exaggerated, but yeah, it's brutal. Just nasty. Then this is where Villapoto weeded it. That's what I was referencing earlier. Drop down, little tabletop. It's turned into a dragon's back now because of the bumps. Pandemonium out here.
Now let's bring up our 450 overall pointer.
Then we got a classic inside single into ruts dug down to China inside option, around the outside with the Trailer Park Girls outside option. I saw both lines getting used. This really was a great racetrack. Got to give it up to Washougal. Zero hate comms on Millville. The racing was unbelievable. The track's epic. But walking around this thing, I see a lot more options. Here, I'll land this tabletop, and this wall jump is always a sick visual at Washougal. Trump would love this jump. Walls are his thing, but people were sending this thing. Benjamin Franklin had nothing on him. Straight up launch mode off this thing. Saw Cade Manier jump it further than I've ever seen anybody jump a single. He almost went past the sand this morning. I don't even think it was fast. New wheel on standby. But then we got this one section of beach sand. She's deep. My comment section probably thinks there's more sand here than there is at Southwick. Life's a beach, not here. And even just to add to the sketch, on the way out of the sand, it turns back into the classic Washougal dirt and the potholes form. You go from Scoop City to, yeah, I don't even know city. Not a good city. Maybe Portland? Wide open through here around the outside or over the inside single. And yeah, I got some more rumble strips up to the road jump, they call it. I wish they would have beefed up the face a little bit. Maybe we could have seen some whips. This thing was pretty laid down. Style for the fans. If the face was steeper. Got some more roughness. It's not crazy rough, like the bumps aren't quite as big as we've seen at other rounds, but base is hard and they beat the crap out of you out here. Inside we got ruts, outside we got ruts. Pick one. You're gonna be in a rut somewhere, and then coming out of this thing, got this floater tabletop back down the hill. And look at this edge. That could send you into an accidental oppo. Got you looking like Axel Hodges when you're just trying to be straight air with Leclerc. Got fans all over the track this time. Usually security tells them to pound sand, but some more downhill chop. Nothing too crazy. And then we got some S-turns back in the trees where Tarzan lives. And usually this is so treacherous with the shadows and whatnot, but it was kind of an overcast national. Probably wasn't too bad today. And then this little switchback is insanely one-lined, but you'll have that sometimes back here in the trees. But that one line is gnarly. She's dug down deep, got a big-ass kicker on the way out. She'll send you to Indonesia. All expenses paid before you even realize what's going on. And coming down through here, when I raced here, you might as well have turned the lights off. Couldn't see a damn thing, no vision. Helen Keller could see that diary in her attic better than I could see this corner. Oh wait, that was Anne Frank. Just kidding, I know the difference. This thing's getting all sealed up from footprints. I feel like I'm at Daytona with their post-race track, whatever it is, where the fans just storm it. Got a little bit more chop. The Stasik's taking to it. He almost ran me over. That kid didn't have a choice, neither does he. But yeah, some big ass bumps, massive ruts in this final corner before the whoops, and then you're headed towards the finish. Outside bank off the straight wall. That's forgiving. And so is this. Dozer tracks make for great traction into the whoops. Or you're inside, rut all the way into the double end, and then you double, triple, maybe quad, maybe skim, maybe crash. I saw quite literally everything today, but these things were a factor. They're not the biggest this year. I feel like I've seen them bigger, but yeah, they were catching people out. Maybe they forgot about Supercross. It's been too long. I wonder which whoop they were landing on. There we go. Ya-da-da-da-da. Sure, I'm glad I didn't have to hit these today. Over what might be the worst finish line in motocross, but the rest of this place is badass. I'm not hating. I got love for Washougal. Then we got some more inside rollers, outside, not so many rollers, and they were all beat up. It's like Chris Brown's been hanging out in these things. Hop, skip, and a yacht. Another inside single, outside no single, but that has proven to be pretty good at keeping the options open here at Washougal. A lot of times it just tends to be one line anyway. I mean, there are 4 on the inside. Over this, it turns into a few more. Chop your way out. Or around the outside, 4 or 5 more of them. It's like 8 or 9 in one corner. I mean, I wouldn't take my word for it as far as counting goes, but we got a lot of them. Y'all ain't never gonna believe what's in the next corner. Inside single, outside no single, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it, baby. No choice. Honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen this many lines at Washougal. And this is actually an inside option double into the inside, then pick one all the way up the face of the step up, or rip around the long way around the outside, send this berm nice and smooth, maybe catch a breath, but you're going way further than you are around the inside. It's probably pretty slow out there. Yuck. And damn, this might be the most Gnarls Barkley section of all on this track. So many ruts, I can't even count that high, and they go all the way through the sweeper, almost all the way out into this big triple. I think it was new for last year. They made their own little tree turn here since Unadilla took theirs out. That's cute. Inside's brutal, outside, same spec. I would not enjoy. No lines are good through here. Even the outside, you'd think you could just rail the berm, but that's a rut too. All the way around. Inside's jacked. Call it some dude on steroids at your local gym. Drop down into that hook, and yeah, then you got to seat bounce the trip. I mean, wow. This place is trashed right now. In a good way, though. Pro motocross is supposed to be gnarly. If it's not, then you're probably at the wrong race. Just one more good look at it. We've even got a nice rock sticking out for extra traction over the biggest jump on the track. Big yacht, nice airtime, loosen the grip, maybe throw a whip. Actually, the face ain't really built for that this year. I guess it didn't stop some guys from throwing down on press day though. Land through several tear-offs, some small ruts. They'll reach up and grab you. They're nothing too crazy. They don't lock you in for 3 to 5 business days or anything, but yeah, another rough section. Who could have guessed? Washougal's gnarly, way gnarlier than it gets credit for. And this is brutal too. Brutal Washougal, inside over the single. Kickers for days. Indonesia's right around the corner. Or outside. More ruts, more kickers. You just can't escape them. There's no escape plan. And some guys doing a slow race on pit bikes, it looks like. One more curb like we're in a parking lot. And one more inside single, outside no. Actually, never mind. It's different. This one's outside rollers, inside single. I actually like it. One final pop, step up, scrub a dub into the mechanics area. And hell yeah, one of the roughest parts of the track is right where these guys are going to be trying to read pit boards. Half of these guys might not even know how to read, let alone while they're going through that. It's rough, it's tough. And it was a good day for Try Muff, I think. Final corner, a lefty, few choices, back into where the first turn loops onto the track. And that's a lap here at Washougal. I hate to tell you guys, but I don't think the race review is in my contract today. This was a really long-ass lap. I am cooked. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed what I brought you. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you at the next one, free of choice.